I know you haven't seen me in a minute. I don't look the best, but my hair looks great. I will be back for seeking brother husbands because how many times I done said we need a brother husband? How many times have I said we need a brother husband? They were listening. They had their ear to the streets. Okay, I'm the streets. They had their ear to the streets. Anyway, so I need a producer credit. I need a producer credit. That's number one. Number two, we watched a movie last night called I Love My Dad. Okay, it came out last year, which is 2022. It came out last year in 2022. It stars some a man that name I don't know, also Pat Oswalt, and the lady from Saturday Night Live whose name I don't know either, and then another lady whose name I don't know. If y'all ever, I I don't I want you to watch it because it's such a wild ride of emotions. Okay, but if you're not gonna watch it, and this is not a spoiler, nothing I'm gonna say is a spoiler, I guess. Um, so imagine you meet somebody, right, online, right, cute, cute person. You meet them and you like, oh, they cute, but you only met them online, right? And y'all messaging back and forth because y'all have a connection. I hope you can hear me. I have my heat on. It is a little chilly here. Y'all have a connection, right? And it's such a good connection that y'all are talking about things. Y'all just have this great connection. But it turns out to be your father. When I say I've never had a movie fill me with such, not even it's a comedy. I think it's a comedy, but when you watch it, it's like, what kind of comedy is this? It's it's so okay. There's this movie, The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, and if you've never seen it, it's on YouTube. Well, it was on YouTube when I watched it. That movie is the closest yet furthest thing from this movie, if that makes sense. So basically, the synopsis of I Love My Dad is that this gentleman had just gotten out of a group home because he tried to end it all. And, um, you know, in the beginning, they were playing recordings, voicemails of his father trying to contact or saying, yo, I can't make it. Yo, I got to do this. A deadbeat dad. Okay. That triggered me out off rip. Okay. Because I didn't dealt with a deadbeat before. And it's not great. So I was like, this subpar individual. So, hey this, hey that, I can't come. I can't come to your graduation. Me and your mama on the outs. Excuse me? Anyway, so the son whose name I don't even know. Franklin. Franklin. Oh God. Franklin has blocked his father on everything. His father tries to call him. He blocks his father's contact because he said, I done told you once, I'm done with you. Okay, now you want to call me on the phone, girl. So he blocked his father. Um, he's then talking to his coworker. And his coworker is like, yeah, when my ex blocked me, I had just made a new page. I was, checking up on her for about a year or two. She didn't even know. So he said, that's amazing. That's what I'm going to do. So they live differently from one another. I think in different states. Um, mm, mm, I mm. So the father decides that I can't even remember the father's name. Honestly, I can't. I don't know. The father decides that the best course of action is maybe to catfish. He goes into his local diner, he's talking to the waitress, and as he's talking to the waitress, this idea pops into his head. So he's like, "What's your name?" Or she's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Chuck." His name is Chuck. She's like, "Oh, Becca." He's like, "Okay, Becca." He goes onto the internet after he eats his little dinner. He goes onto the internet, creates a profile of Becca. Okay. Now, that was red flag number one, because why are you creating a profile of an attractive woman? He requests his son. His son is like, "Why you only got one friend? I'm about to block you if you don't answer my question." So they start talking. And then it becomes like I'm about to cry right now, because just think of all of the things that you might do with somebody that you find attractive. Think of all of those things that you might do over text or over social media, or just think of all of those. And then it started getting bad. The pressure is getting worse. It was getting worser because Franklin started to envision Becca. They was talking night and day and night. You're talking to your dad, okay? You're talking to your dad. Franklin is asking his girlfriend if she'll help with the prank. Cause it's a prank, bro. It's a prank, bro. I'm pretending to be my son's love interest as a prank, bro. You know, then the crux of the crux is that Franklin says he wants to see, or his girlfriend, Chuck's girlfriend, agrees to meet Franklin. This is not good, obviously. Franklin calls Chuck and it's like, "Yo, come and, take me to go see this girl who lives close to you." And it's so weird because the flags were there. The flags were there. The flag of like, "Oh, your dad must be a really great person because he's coming all the way there and picking you up." I remember, I don't know what it was, what I was looking at. But I remember them saying something about like you can always tell the person who is guilty because of how they treat the like how they want the crime to be handled or punished, I should say. So it's like, okay, like, somebody to rob the bank, right? And if everybody is like, "Yeah, throw that man's in jail," like stone him, stone him, like do what you need to do, spit on him, I don't care. But it's the one person who be like, maybe we should understand why they stole. That's the person, that's the thief. So as this, I was gonna say as Becca, but it's really a man. And it's to be catfished is one thing. To be catfished by your damn daddy? Oh. So they go and they try to see her. Like, I don't get it, because he wanted to spend time with his son so much that he did unspeakable things. Okay? All I got to say is unspeakable. Unspeakable things. Okay? And the visuals really, really nailed, rammed. It really drove the point that this is some nasty ass shit. Okay, what I there's a scene once he meets Becca, the real Becca, because even then his low down, treacherous, dirty dog for a father was like, oh, let's play a game. Let's act like we never met each other. And, I'm going to be blah, blah, blah. And the son already looks creepy. Franklin already looks like a vampire. He does. I'm so sorry. I don't want to say that, but he already looks like we could immediately take him out of this movie, put him into the Twilight series. It would not be a difference. That's what I'm telling you. He's a little scary. The ending shot, if you watch this movie, the ending shot was giving me Michael Myers. Okay, it was giving me Michael Myers. All you had to do was dun 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 dun, and I'm like, this is a little creepy. But the scene in the diner when this man is saying no, 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 I was touched. I will say this. I have never in my life been immediately on someone's side. This movie did a really good job. The person who Franklin, this is a apparently true life story. And he wrote it, he directed it, and he starred in it. And it's a story that maybe did not need to be told. I'm going to say that. But I've never felt such an immediate connection to a character ever. I felt bad for him. I felt like his daddy was a deadbeat. They really established that this man's was going through stuff, and that this was any way you wanted to connect with your son. It was not becoming a girl and then making your son fall in love with you. That's not the way to go. But the scene in the diner when Chuck finally, because Chuck was gonna let this shit ride. Him and his son was chilling. They was playing laser tag. He was gonna let this shit ride. If it wasn't for Chuck's girlfriend, who then called his ex-wife and said, girl, let me tell you something. Your ex-husband's a freak, okay? He needs to be arrested. Prison time. Honestly, catfish is bad and everything. Catfishes need to go to prison. They need to be arrested and prosecuted. Because then he started having a panic attack talking about, I'm not a good daddy. I'm not a good daddy. No, you're not. You're catfishing your son. Okay? It's just not right. It's not right. It's not right. Okay? It's not right. This movie was everything that I needed. I'm supposed to be on a social media cleanse, which I'm slightly on. This was everything that I needed. Please, it's on Hulu. If you don't want to watch it, I don't know why. It's a crazy. When that boy was in the diner and he said, no, 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 I said no. Even after knowing everything that I knew, I was immediately in Franklin's shoes. And I said, that's the grossest, nastiest, low downest, dirtiest, cruelest, most malicious shit that you could ever do. The movie is like uncomfortable, bro. It's like, why are we watching this? It's amazing. It's an amazing movie. Please go watch it, people. If y'all don't want to watch it, then if you did watch it, please tell me, like, did you like it? Because I enjoyed it. I'm so happy. This was not There's Something Strange About the Johnsons. Do not go watch that. Don't. Okay? This was that movie if that movie wasn't meant to scar you for life. Okay? If you want to go watch that movie, then don't come over here and after you watch it and say, oh, why would you tell me to watch that movie? Because you're going to get blocked. Y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I only have 17 minutes and I didn't talk for 15 of them. I just it's a roller coaster from start to finish. It to me it was if I don't know what you want me to say. I can't give you the energy that I can give you because of it. It's and for it to be a true story, it's like damn niggas really out here catfishing their own kin. Like I was listening to a short on YouTube where the girl said my dad subscribed to my OnlyFans as an anonymous person so he could stay in my life. Now I don't know if that was a lie based off of this shit or if this was that was also true. Let me say something. Me, you need to do better. That's not the right way to go. Catfishing and doing all that shit is not the right way to go. I'm gonna need better from the men. Anyway, I got to go. Okay, I only got a minute. I have not watched Married at First Sight because frankly, I don't know if I care. I'll check it out, but I'm definitely going to be watching Seeking Brother Husbands because Chef Kit. Mwah. And if you all watched I Love My Dad, please tell me your thoughts below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like to see, come on along. Bye.